Lovely. Okay. So, first of all, I'd just like you to get comfortable, and I would like you to just have a little movement of your shoulders. We're going to become very present in our bodies initially. So just, if you want to stretch, if you want to sort of put your arms up, you want to have a wriggle, just do all of that and notice how your body is feeling. And then I'd like you just to close your eyes and just put your hand on your heart, over your heart. Just take a nice deep breath. In and out through the mouth. Now, if you'd read my blurb, you will know I've said our life's experiences, other people's commentaries, societal conversations and narratives can make you feel less than perfect. If you've been on a healing journey, it can make you feel like you were broken in some way, or you needed to be healed, or that there was something fundamentally wrong with you. And the purpose of today is to really remind you and help you remember that when you were created on purpose with a design in mind. Your higher self went to God and said, I would like another soul. And this soul is going to become a physical human being on the planet Earth. And this soul is going to experience many things, joy and laughter and tears and maybe some sadness and some anger. But through it all, their soul will evolve, and their experiences will add to the bigger creative evolvement and to the evolvement of the planet or Earth. Now, sometimes though, when we become physical, it can feel really hard to remember that we came with this kind of specific design and purpose. And so the first thing I want you to do is I would like you just to give your body, your physical body, which is the most beautiful placeholder, if you like, of your soul. And I'd like you just to scan yourself from top to toe. And just notice if there's one or two places in your body where it feels like you're holding on to something. So that might appear as a headache or some tension, or perhaps something feeling heavy or uncomfortable, like churning in your tummy. Or it could be an ache in your knees or ankles or feet. I want you to notice just one or two of them. Your body is the most beautiful, powerful barometer of your health. Not just your physical health, but your emotional health and your spiritual health. And in order to protect you and help you, it holds many, many suppositions that we might hold about ourselves, or it will hold many ideas that we hold about ourselves. And some of them will be great and some of them will be not so great. And they'll be the limiting beliefs that you have perhaps absorbed through your experiences or through other people's condemnation or conversation. And so I'd like you to pick one of the places that feels heavy or uncomfortable, or it feels, slightly churny, or it's aching. And I'm feeling for most of you on the call, there's something around the solar plexus and the sort of lower chest going into the solar plexus area. And I want you to just notice it. We're not going to fix anything. We don't need a new truth. We're just going to notice. And as you notice, I first of all want you to notice the physical sensations. Does it feel tight? Does it feel uncomfortable? Is there any pain? Or is there a different sensation like heat or cold? And as you notice those sensations, I'd like you to ask it, what are you trying to show me? And then wait. Notice if you get some words or a sensation, if you get perhaps a feeling coming through. And again, we're not trying to change anything. We're just noticing and acknowledging in a mindful way. So I want you now, if you have received something, to just say, thank you. And is there more underneath this that I need to understand or know about? Now, for some of you, you will get a belief coming up, something that is, a limiting belief coming up. When I did this exercise myself before, I had a belief around no one will love me unless I do things for them. If I don't show up as doing too much for them. So that's the kind of thing that might show up for you. And as you're noticing and receiving, just keep breathing gently in and out. Notice if it feels constricted or small, or does it feel like a really big feeling or big belief? Take a breath in, take a breath out. And as you're breathing and noticing and acknowledging those feelings or those thoughts are there stored in your body, we're going to just gently say to our body, thank you very much for holding this for me so that I didn't have to carry this around in my conscious mind. And if it's the right time, I'm ready to let this go. And then just take another breath in and out. Your body has the most beautiful innate wisdom. And so, if it is the right time, your body will start to respond to your request. And over the next day or two, you can check into this physical sensation that you focused on today and see how it's changing. Because in the acknowledgement of how brilliantly and perfectly your body has been holding on to the things that no longer serve you in an effort to protect you, we start to bring the light to it and allow it to start to dissolve. Doesn't require any effort from us, any trying, just using our breath and our awareness to help create some change. And as you do this exercise, you might notice that other parts of your body start to light up. You'll get a twinge, or you'll notice a sharp pain or a dull ache. So repeat the process with those aches or pains and follow the body's lead as it shows you where it's been storing those negative beliefs, those limiting beliefs, to try and protect you and keep you safe. It seems like a contradiction to say that your body would store these limiting beliefs as a mechanism for safety. But you have to remember that your body, and specifically your brain, is designed to keep you alive at all costs. And so many of these beliefs that we have absorbed are actually linked to a feeling of wanting to survive as opposed to thrive. And so we continue to live out these limiting beliefs in our daily lives. But beginning to bring this mindful noticing to where we are holding these beliefs in our biology, in our physical bodies, we can start to let go of them. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale through your mouth. In through your nose again. And then exhale through your mouth. We're going to invite in our higher self now to connect with us. And we're going to go to our inner being. Your inner being is also known as your soul, and it's where you hold the perfection of you. And so I want you to go to your pineal gland, which is in the middle of your brain. It's a pea-sized gland. And imagine that there is a tube running down, a cylindrical tube running down from your pineal gland, down through your throat, through the middle of your torso, down into your belly button, and into your pelvis. As you look at this imaginary tube, you can see with your imagination white light moving up and down, filling this tube. And for each of you, your soul energy moves at its own rate. Some of you will be slow and steady, others of you will be quite rapid. Some of you will have very deliberate movements in your soul energy. And in those movements, you'll see sparkles of colour. Golds, silvers, coppers, bronzes, blues, reds, greens, yellows. All the colours that you can imagine sparkling in your soul energy. And when we connect to our soul energy, we can ask our soul to begin to show us the perfection of ourselves. And we begin to see how our soul sees us. You are a never-ending energy. Your energy expands constantly. It evolves constantly, but it remains perfect in every evolvement. Your soul energy contains the entirety of you. Every single talent, known or latent, exists within your soul energy. All are waiting to be called forth by you. You are multi-talented and multifaceted. You are not how the outside world sees you. In fact, what the outside world perceives of you is less than a thimble's worth of who you truly are. The largesse of your energy cannot be emphasized. It is the human way to minimize yourselves in order to fit in. But I, your soul, never choose to minimize myself. I exist in the entirety of myself, knowing that nothing and no one can say or do anything to diminish my power, to diminish my awareness of the perfection of my form, the perfection of who I am. I am all of you. I am the joy. I am the laughter. I am the success and the triumph. I am your expansiveness. I am your vortex of emotion, as Abraham would say. I hold within me all that you desire, all that you dream of. And this is all available to you. How, you might ask? It is by remembering and connecting. Remembering that you are more than other people's perceptions. You are more than the experiences you have had. And in fact, as each of you have brought your energy, your essence, your perfection to any experience that you have had as a physical human, you have added to the perfection of the whole. And what do we mean by the whole? We mean by the whole of humanity, the whole of the planet, and the whole of the universe, and the whole of God. And the reason that I, as your soul, can be so assured of the perfection of who I am and the perfection of who you are as a physical person is because I was created by God, and He does not make mistakes. He created you with such thoughtfulness and precision, with such love and beauty. He knew that your existence as a soul, before you became a physical human, just your existence as a soul, added so much beauty and love to this world and to the energetic universe. You never have to prove yourself to me or God, because we already know the perfection of you. It is time for you to remember this perfection. In the world that you live in currently, there is much tumult. But by remembering the perfection of yourself and understanding and accepting and allowing yourself to inhabit the space of perfection, not with your ego, but from your soul and your heart with love, you begin to shine a light that is just beautiful. And this light calls to others. And so you can become, if you wish, and if you feel a desire to, a light in the tumult, in the chaos, calling others to start to express themselves fully in the perfection of themselves. Because the perfection of you resides in love. It transmutes all fear into love. It is expansive and it will grow. And as you practice showing up in the perfection of you, and as all of you, you will see that your experiences in life begin to improve. From my point of view as your soul, you are never wrong. You never are less or make a mistake or make a poor choice. Your ego or your brain may tell you so, but I can tell you with assurance, there are no wrong choices. There are choices, and you can choose differently each time. We wish to ask you to bask daily for no more than 5 minutes in this connection to your soul and in the perfection of you. And in your basking and in the noticing of what your body has been trying to communicate with you, you will let go more and more of other people's narratives or the experiences that you feel have not served you, and yet they have. But you will begin to reframe them and gain new perspectives and thereby reap the benefit of those experiences. It can feel hard for you to believe that a difficult or painful experience might reap a reward or lead to something better or good. But we are here to tell you, as your soul energy, there are no mistakes and there are no bad choices. We say it again to you. And in your noticing and basking in your soul energy, you too will begin to have a new appreciation for all you have experienced. And instead of noticing your frailty or your faults, you will instead begin to notice your bravery, your resilience, your persistence, your insistence that you will rise up even despite what has happened to you. You are mighty beyond belief. Allow yourself to shine in the perfection of you. Allow yourself to remember. This is not about ego. This is not a low vibrational thing. This is a choice to show up as you were designed to be. Joy, loving, abundant, thriving, ready for experience, but choosing to respond in love, not fear. Allowing your vibration to stay high and allowing all the prosperity and success flows to flow your way. Because all of that is encapsulated within your soul already. And as you embrace the perfection of you, you embrace all that is waiting for you. All that you agreed to, all that you decided you wanted to experience, it is all waiting for you. All the triumph, all the rewards, all that you are seeking. Your higher self, if you wish, can give you a reminder to bask daily. And you can just use the word bask as an instruction to your energy to open up to the perfection of you. You are so free, my loves. And as you bask in the perfection of you, allow yourself to flow in that freedom, in that assurance, and in that knowing. That you can never get it wrong, that you never fail. You can only succeed. And that everything is working out for you in the most beautiful, perfect, magical timing. So we want to release the connection to our inner being or soul energy now. You can return to this moment, this place, whenever you wish. And then I want you to return back to your bodies and scan your body again, noting any changes. It might be a subtle feeling shift, or a pain has eased. Some of you might need to do some deep breathing as you bring yourself back into your bodies. You might notice a feeling of expansion within yourself. And for some of you, I'm getting you're going to have ideas drop in, thoughts, possibilities. Because as you basked in your soul energy, in the perfection of you, you had access to more. And if you did not, do not worry. What is due to come to you at this time will emerge in the right way with ease and grace. Take a nice deep breath in and out. Begin to move your fingers and toes. And just have a stretch. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. So this activation was called the perfection of you, or remembering the perfection of you. And I would recommend that you listen to this perhaps once a week at the most. It's quite a subtle, compared to the other Zoom calls, this is quite subtle, but the energy is powerful. And the more you embrace basking in your soul energy, the more powerful it is going to become. Because your physicality will attune more and more to your soul energy, and they will unite more and more. It's almost like the words they're giving me is knit even more closely. So allow yourself, and the word you want is bask. That is the word. So my name's Sunyana Clark. My business is Energetics Every Day. I'm the author of Energetics Every Day Your Way. Thank you for joining me. I've really enjoyed this. I would love to hear how you get on. Take care.